Okie dokie. What else can we do here? We can keep putting people to sleep and getting off single stabs. Oh, Ruskaya, baby. Okay, see, so that right there is the dream. Oh my gosh. That's what we want to see. So, just give me a freaking reason. Hopefully, we can make that work a little bit more often. Chance to put you to sleep is 50%. Don't wake up, don't wake up. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, terrifying. That's the thing. Well, Peter might have had like a wild roller coaster of a ride where it was constantly putting me into a state of complete and utter panic. I feel like this enchanter, or enchanters in general, have a very kind of different approach to it, but similar end result. Where because you're relying on like 50% shots to make or break your attempt, each time I try and cast one of those, it's just like, please, please. This one time, I've never asked for anything in my life, but this one time, you just give me it. Give it to me, please. And I don't love that, especially failing multiple 70% in a row. Not what you want to see here. Oh, and you're the one poisoning me. Probably should have killed you first. Whoops daisies. Yeah, if it was Chef's Kiss, it was truly beautiful. I'm hoping we can get to a point where we can do that a little more often. We might need a quick blade. Or just a nicely enchanted dagger or something like that. Dance does supposedly animate ranged weapons as well now. Ooh, that would have been a much safer way to deal with that, that centaur. On top of that, it would also have dealt with that poison weapon on that orc. It also would have dealt with the orc warrior's magic flail. Turns out, I just need to remember what spells I have in my book, and it shouldn't be that hard. I literally have 2 spells in my book. But maybe, just maybe, if I can remember the basic facts of life, then I might have a chance at success. And so much degenerate. I have 10 potions of degeneration. If only this was the old days and we could launch these at enemies and evaporate it into giant clouds of horrifying gas. That would be nice. Let's drop those bad boys on the ground, I guess. No need to lug around. Again, 10? Okay, stabs are still going well. I will never trust a melee again, even a zombified one. No bueno. We live in fear for the rest of our natural existence. Man, those backstabs. Real nice. You do love to see it. And okay, where do we want to go from here? A bit more invocations means more damage sharing with the bond, and I think longer paralysis. So that's kind of nice. And still using +1 dagger on D11 is rough. There probably has been a better dagger now that I think about it. I've just been so on rails here, completely tunnel visioned, eyes on the prize. Let's do a check, shall we? Are there better? There are not better daggers anywhere. Never mind. I have a perfect memory and of course knew that. Well, that sucks. Put on our new fancy boots though. That's kind of nice. Okay, if I Takima you, does it won't tell me the chance until I actually do it, hey? Don't wake up. Don't wake up. Please don't wake up. Yes. Terrifying. Well and truly terrifying. Again, it's a very different type of suspense than what we went through with Peter, but it's one that is very antithetical to the way my brain works. It is driving me a little bit up the walls, so we'll see how often I can play enchanters before I lose my mind in its entirety. "22 damage, hey? That's arguably too much, my friend. Too much. Can I find a Venom short sword? So there are some good weapons. I do have, actually, and I should swap to that now. This is a perfect opportunity. The Venom, not so much, but a +4 short sword does enough. My main issue there is, of course, that it doesn't do the extra stabbing damage, which is what we're kind of trying to capitalize as much as we can here. But I think I took it too far in the other direction where I was just never using anything except for the dagger. Which is also not ideal. My brain is oftentimes pretty bad at that. It's an all or nothing kind of thing. Okay, nice, perfect, and conscious on the zombie melee. At least Uskaya's stuff works on everyone. Oh my gosh, what is with the Trismegistus Codex? We found that every game today? I mean, that does mean that we once again have Freezing Cloud as an option for our future here. So that's kind of nice. I could get down with that. Gosh darn it, I wanted to put your captain to sleep. Not in a murdery way, but more so, you know, they work hard. They've done a lot for the peoples. They deserve a little bit of a rest, don't you think? It'd be rude not to. Shoot, you woke up way sooner than expected. Let's alleviate you from your weaponry there. And still not susceptible, but now you are, you son of a gun. You fool. Perfect. Not too shabby. And okay, +3 rapier of false accusations. That's a lot of cold resistance for sure. That's always nice. Or the +8 longsword of the thieving Sibyl. That's almost as good as the evening star that we had on our previous character. It's very similar in a lot of ways. Maybe we'll end up using long blades as our alternate weapon here. That could work out. Still using my fancy short sword, but I think that's fine. We should swap over to the dagger for just such an occasion. Get a nice backstab. Love it. And okie dokie. So, we have our lair entrance, we have our orc entrance. What do I wish to do here? Haven't found too many ID scrolls, unfortunately. We have 2 brand weapons, so all I need is a good short blade, and we're in business here. I look up short blade. What have we got? Short sword of speed. You know, most things that are susceptible to venom are probably also susceptible to our hexes. There's a little bit of, I guess, what's the opposite of overlap? It's like an anti-Venn diagram. A little bit of that not being the case is the clumsy way to say it. And for that, we probably, or for the overlap, we probably would rather have a short sword of speed than of venom. Let's at least pick it up while we have tons of inventory slots. Get out of here. I guess we can just do go real quick to get there. Perfect. Yeah, I think I like that. We'll even adjust you to be B. Perfect. And take me back to D11. Do I want to keep going? I don't know if we're ready for lair. At the very least, a decent number of things here should be susceptible to our devilish charms. Okay, or they can shrug it off far too quick. This really only works when they're next to us. I gotta stop trying to do it at range. Unless I'm trying to run away from something, then it might be the exception to the rule in that regard. But what do we wish to do? We could train a little bit of armor while we're here. Could even train some dodging, because that'll go up pretty quick. But what is our long-term goal here? Could switch up to long blades at some point down the road. Oh, I should definitely release Doggo. Partner. Go ahead, Moose. Get out of here. What a cutie. There we go. Having the cord in my headphones is really throwing me off. I need to try and fix the Bluetooth on my computer. It always just goes on the fritz randomly. Generally, I have to do a hard reset to get it all working again. But regardless, more importantly in game here, let's maybe go for some evocations. And now, if we could just get it going again. Just give me a flippin' reason. We have the damage bond, so that's kind of doing a lot of the heavy lifting for us. Don't like this anymore, so let's run away. Bravely, of course. Like any hero would and should. And you, friend, can we 71%? Yeah, the lair is definitely our home. This is where we can actually use hexes to a decent degree here. Until it doesn't work like that, and then I go immediately into panic mode again, but that's fine. When you don't know what to train, you typically just throw some points into fight, and health is always good. I think that is a very sensible choice for sure. Oh gosh. Yep. You know, I even thought that that might happen. And I still went for it because I'm stupid. Learn from me, kids. Okay, so we have 20 damage on these kids, 34 on the Komodo. It's not great. That may or may not be an understatement. We have one blinking scroll that I was hoping we wouldn't have to use. If I want to guarantee survival, I have to use that right now. Do I wish to guarantee, or should I aim for the future? Aim high, shoot for the stars, and that way if I miss, I won't land among them. I'll probably just die miserably and forever rot away in this dungeon, but you get the point at least. I think if we step away, that also kind of works. You know what? That's actually better. I like that plan much better. Then we just have to survive the onslaught of blink frogs. At the very least, they are inconsistent in regards to, you know, staying next to us and being in the danger zone. So that works out. Hey, perfect. Don't need to use the blink scroll unnecessarily. I always love to see it. One of these days I'll be able to play the game well and not be stupid. I can't... Oh, anything ice-based I can't send into hibernation. That kind of makes a certain amount of sense. This is where confusing touch would be nice, but I'm dumb and never actually learned it, even though we talked about it. Whoopsie daisies. How do you know how much of X skill you need? You understand a weapon that shows skill targets, but for spells and things like dodging, you have no idea. It is more of a ballparky thing. I definitely have just numbers that I personally like. I don't know how sensible it is. There probably is a lot of like deeper logic you can go into, you know, depending on the formula and what kind of round numbers will give you that little bit of extra eking to the next digit over kind of thing. But in general, I just have numbers that I like. Spellcasting, you get a bit of a hang as to how much training you need to cast a certain level of spell. I couldn't say for sure I couldn't say confidently with my chest. But you know, it's stuff like having a level 8 spell, something like Ignition. I get Ignition a decent amount, so that generally takes between 18 and 22 fire magic, depending on your intelligence score. And that's where it gets tricky. That's why you don't have just a fast and hard, this is the number you need, because intelligence also plays a role in that. With dodging, your dexterity will also change your evasion, so there are lots of little ones. Yeah, you can read the formula if you want to min-max, like Narkowski says, but there's plenty of XP, so normally I kind of have a feel for it. I have numbers that I like. Again, constantly training things to like 8, 12, 16, what have you. Maybe a bit lower if I'm just trying to get training somewhere else. And that's a bit more where my logic comes in is, do I need to be training something else? Because if so, then I might as well do that. If not, then just go nuts and see what happens. You know what? I might just stick with the short sword. It's not quite as, technically not quite as powerful for the whole backstabbing thing. That kind of slapped right there, what we went through. So I like it. For this son of a gun, we might as well swap over to poison at a safe distance. We have a decent amount of stealth skill. I'd expect us to be slightly better with the throwing darts. We feel a bit more experience. There we go. Not too shabby here at the end of the day. Another helmet. This one could be good though. I hope it looks good because it's not that much better. It's a look for sure. We're really going in, leaning hard into like a fantasy Viking kind of vibe here with the stark gold armor and dual horned helmet. I can get behind it. But of course we immediately leave the level if we get marked, because that is a stealth character's worst nightmare to say the least. And now with just a few stabs we should be able to get to unconscious, and then we just stab around. Oh, that's so satisfying. So that's the nice thing about Uskaya with a stealth-based character, is you get really high damage rolls when you get those backstabs. So if you can just get a few of those backstabs going, then you're kind of in the clear, and everything starts falling into place, just so. Okay, be slightly careful. Now we can no longer send things into a hibernation, but it ain't no thing here. Just use our ridiculous number of acid charges. I almost feel bad for how many acid charges we used already in this game, because that's something that is always highly sought after by me specifically. Also, Mike Bonks never gets old. But okie dokie. Speaking of skill training. Okay, but when can we teleport behind someone, send them to the Shadow Realm? Nothing personnel? Oh, just you wait. We'll do it. We'll dance our way through a line, and we will absolutely Thanos snap them out of existence. I'm looking forward to it. I kind of forget that that's a thing for Uskaya, the ultimate finale. It's so much fun. That's what's incredible to Uskaya. I don't know what I was thinking about before. Just murdering? That I can get behind. But okie dokie. Could train a bit more stealth. Gonna have a bit of a fall off point here. Again, once we're not able to put people to sleep, that's a bit rough. But what if we had like 20 stealth? I mean, when you put it that way. I guess it does train really fast, right? Like we can put this to a pretty absurd number. Because even looking at the cost, it's pretty much, besides skills that are zeros that we're never gonna touch, it is pretty much the cheapest thing we have here. So that is saying something in its own right. Did I learn Petrify at all, or has that come up? Petrify might also be very good for us. Petrify, we could actually learn Wereblood. Wereblood works in kind of a fun way with Uskaya for sure. Just keep stepping your way through combat, absolutely blasting everybody. Just disintegrate you real quick. Steam Dragon is a bit more manageable at the end of the day, mostly because we can put you to sleep. Perfect. Shh. Go to sleep. It'll all be fine. Wake up in the morning and it will all be much more better. You've always envisioned grand finale is teleporting inside the enemy and telefragging them. I'm pretty sure that's canonically exactly what it is. You're becoming so intertwined with them that your molecules coincide with one another and it blasts them apart instantaneously. Was this a fated altar? It was not, but it honestly wasn't too different from a fated altar. It was a chat poll. Okay. Okay, Hydropel. If I could get just 137% chance on you, then we might be okay here. Do I feel great about those odds? Not so much. Yep. Nope. That did not work in the slightest. Spiny Frog, could you not stand next to me at the same time as the Hydra, but just kind of muscle your way past? That'd be greatly appreciated. Oof. Oof. You managed to kill off 2 27th level humans? Oh no. First a 2 running game and then a 4. It's so frustrating. The DCSS graveyard is overflowing with them. I'm so sorry to hear it, Railbird. At least we can be joined together in solidarity. You're not alone. I too am just slaughtering characters left and right. Which maybe is not what you want to hear. Most people, I think, would do well not to compare themselves to me, but it is what it is. Okay, so I backed myself into a corner because I'm dumb. I noticed when we were like about here, but what are you gonna do? I'm walking here. So, oh, vulnerability scroll would have been a smart thing to do earlier. See, that's, I think, where you can really see the effects of me not having played enchanters very often, is scrolls of vulnerability completely just blind to them. Look right over them in my inventory. But they actually are incredibly powerful in this character. And I would do well to keep that in mind. Interesting. But in terms of our survival at the moment here, we could use our only blink scroll to go to the escape hatch. See what happens. Who knows? We could be okay. Alternatively, we have some digging, so we could blink here, read teleport, dig through the wall, and then we're fine. I think no matter what, we need to blink though. 5 times 18 is 90 damage. That's too much. 90 damage is too much. Does net work on hydras these days? No, they're immune to nets. I thought, yeah, unfortunately they're just a little bit too big. It's a real shame, because I like the idea. Stomp doesn't do it. If we had line pass, then we could have just zippity-doo-dud our way past these sons of guns. Oh, except I guess you would have stepped there and then killed me, so scratch that. Purge that from the record, please. I think if we want to stay alive, and oh boy do I, we have to start here. That's bad. That's very bad. Surely it couldn't be every direction. Okay, good. Okay, don't random energy towards me, please. Oh, I'm heading into the unknown. And Spiny Frog doesn't even have the dignity to come between us and, you know, face the music themselves, coward. Please. Please just waddle your way past. Okay, well, we can still just keep dancing around for a wee bit here as long as we don't get random energied on. And then we can decide, do we want to teleport? Or do we try for the 37 again? 13 AC isn't horrible for a spellcaster. It's fairly likely that we bring down each of the Hydra attacks to... I guess it would be at least like 11, so then they're only dealing 55 damage out of my measly 68 health. But that's an average play. And you can't always rely on averages, unfortunately. I think that there's an out here. Let's find out, shall we? Nope. Plot twist, there was not an out. I saw the doors over here and thought for sure that we'd be in a safe boat. But now, we have a chance. Thank you, Frog, for being the brave soul that your elder brethren refused to acknowledge us with. I appreciate it. So, what do I want to do? Should I just read teleport? I might just read teleport. Stop trying to get so fancy with it. Then immediately go back to auto-exploring. Because I'm dumb. Do we have anything we want to buy right now? We can almost afford Sukutubi's Embrace. Can't afford a Scarf of Resistance, which would be nice to have. It's a toughie for sure. I think I'm going to save up for Sukutubi's just for funsies. Any chance I get to use a Randart, or an Unrandart rather, that I haven't really experienced before, you pretty much gotta roll with it. Okay, don't put me to sleep, that's my thing. You don't put me to sleep, I put you to sleep, or not, that's, I guess, just is what it is. And you paid the price for it. That's what you get for embarrassing me in front of my friends. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. Oh no, Komodo saw us. Well, we had fun here. Oh, or we're alive. Okay, you're 34 damage max. 54% chance for us to work our magic. Yeah, we're still not one hit away from dead. Okay, now we're pretty much one hit away from dead. I need to stay around a corner from the basilisk. Oh, geez, this is not going ideal here. Do we just keep dancing? Oh, basilisk might... Oh my gosh, basilisk lost our scent, which normally would be a great thing. We could rejoice. In this case, not so much, but there we go. Managed to escape. Getting lucky with some random energy. And now, of course, it works. First try to push you out like a light. Perfect. Exactly. Everything we could have possibly hoped for in life. At least everything else seems to be staying asleep, besides this basilisk, who's just here to ruin my day. As you bite me a bunch. Still not susceptible. I'm wondering how many turns they're safe. Too many. I guess I am using a speed short sword, so that plays into it a wee bit for sure. Makes it seem like a heck of a lot longer. We do have 3 vulnerability scrolls though, so it would do us well to remember that that is an option. Oh gosh darn, you woke up. We weren't supposed to wake up. And you know what? No time like the present. 54% chance is still kind of bad, honestly. Oh, geez. What else could I do? Takima's dance is not exactly a bombshell in this situation. Go with just some good old-fashioned ice blast. We could mind burst you, 71%. That's not bad. No, still can't put you to sleep. That's cool. Feel like the weak will is not going to last as long as I want. There we go. Okay. Jeez. Long enough to justify a backup spell for sure. Yeah, we need something. Definitely. Well. What do we want to train? Could throw on fighting just for a little bit of extra firepower, or rather defensive capability, get the health going there. And then do we want to start transitioning back into just magic in general? Could learn Petrify, but it's going to have a very short window. Normally Lair, about where we're at now, is where you want to be using Petrify, and then it falls off after that, so I'm hesitant. Could go for Wereblood still. Try and amplify our kind of scaling throughout the course of a fight, and just go for that as our overall game plan. In fact, Wereblood, Uskaya, and Sigotuvi's Embrace is kind of an interesting little combo in that regard. The hardest part is going to be the start of a fight, but then once we get the ball rolling, we should be able to just steam our way through. It's kind of fun at the very least. It's interesting. Well, it is transmutation, which we're hoping to find statue form at some point. If we could get Irradiate castable, that's huge in terms of damage output at the very least. Is there anything else that we can justify going for here? Maybe not so much. We never did learn Confusing Touch, so let's do it just so we have something in our back pocket. And we're actually fairly close to being able to cast Anguish, so that could be fun. Again, if we have to just forget it with Amnesia right away, that's fine by me too. It's mostly just for the fun of it. Oh my gosh, how did we suddenly get such a crowd? Hello, all. Unfortunately, we've already kind of done a lot of the Uskaya effects. I guess we obviously haven't gone to the point of Grand Finale yet, so that's still on the menu. Do we need mana for Grand Finale? I don't remember. Oh my gosh, why did I even bother trying to go back? Of course it didn't work. Oh gee. Okay, so 71% chance to put you out. I think we have to. And stab you. Perfect. Now Yak is dangerously close to being able to kill us, but not quite. No cigar, fortunately. Just need to get up to a decently healthy chunk above 20 health, and then we should be fine to risk it a little bit here. That was far too close, though. Yeah, kind of hate to see it. There we go. Tried to get Enfeeble to work, but hexes aren't your jam. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm learning that hexes are not quite my cup of tea either. They're pretty dang, like, close. They're really fun in a lot of ways, and I love backstabbing so much. But it's just not quite as consistent as one might like. Like, is there any shot? Oh, never mind. There we go. So just get 137% chance and no worries whatsoever. People in Discord are fun spells. Yeah, once we get up to Discord, that sounds like a good time. Maybe we can try Enfeeble as well. Did we have that on our list? We can take a peek right away here. Had Anguish. We did have Enfeeble. So, okay, what is it that you do here? It irresistibly weakens your melee attacks and disrupts their magic. It will also daze and blind any foes that don't resist. Huh. I kind of like the sound of that. Let's try it out. Let's lean into the hexes while we're here. We have incredible aptitudes for it. It's not often that I have a character that tries it out, so why not? We're going for stealth, we're going for hexes. It's a wild ride. It's what a time to be alive. Definitely not our usual brand. Hold up. Let me murder your sleeping friends before we deal with you. Perfect. Not too shabby. So get that mouse out of there. It's so nice when we're able to sneak up on stuff. I guess, what is our stealth looking like? That's not even that good. I forget, one of our recent characters had this to where it was in the second bar where it turns these into asterisks or something like that. So definitely have a lot to live up to yet here. Do I try with a 5-headed Hydra? Oh my gosh, never mind. No doubt whatsoever. Never didn't have it. Let's try it one more time and see. There we go. That's a bit more like what we expect from a 37% chance. Oof. Is Dithmenos overkill on a stealthy stabber? No, I really enjoy Dithmenos. That's how you get the really good stealth stats as well. Yeah, doubling up on your stabs can be ridiculously strong on top of that. It's a fun combo for sure at the very least. Well, rip your Merfolk Gladiator. Oh no, you got teleport trapped into 3 orbs of fire. That instantly Midas Scrolled you. Oh, Midas Scroll is always a brutal way to go. I'm sorry to hear it, but you'll get him next time, Tiger. Again, as much as I wish the best on all of your runs and hope that you never have any issues, solidarity is nice. Misery loves company, right? And I'd never degrade you to the point of saying that you're on the same level of inane stupidity that I am, but things do happen. Let's pop our way into a corner real quick, then I can put you out. Perfect. Jeez Louise. So stressful every time. I need an Orb of Guile, please. 1 Orb of Guile. Coming up, maybe? Maybe, just maybe. Could make a killing selling Orbs of Guile here in the dungeon. Okay, like, what's my chance? 10% that we put a Death Yak to sleep. Yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna be a no from me. More acid, though? It's like we're at a musical festival here. Jeez Louise, acid charges just all over the place, all over yonder. So Hydra and buddies are still alive here, so let's maybe be a wee bit careful as we make our way through. And we can now head to Orc. Is this gonna be better? Maybe, just maybe. Most of the buddies here should be susceptible still to our Sorcerer hibernation. Oh gosh. Why is there a high priest on my early orc floor? Excuse me? I did not order this high priest. Could I send it back? Oh, we'd be pretty close to being able to pass these buddies, or make them pass out, and then let Uskaya take care of the rest. But unfortunately, not quite there. Okay. I'm moving too fast. Once again, I know, shocker. Torinski moving too fast and getting themselves killed? No. But yes, as wild as it may seem, I too am only human. Okay, but maybe, just maybe, we've recovered. Temporarily. We have no source or no way to get back to our entrance. At least no guaranteed way, so that's maybe not ideal. But at least there's a chance, and that's all you can really ask for. Don't wake up, don't wake up. None of you wake up, you sons of guns. You had one job, and one job only. Let's put you out. Okay, never mind, that actually kind of worked out. I was hoping for the Sky stun before we got there, but that's all good. You had a similar situation with Scrolls of Teleportitis. Got teleported to Hell Sentinel, had level 1 screaming, and screamed at them, and it ended you with an iron shot. Oof, yeah, that's a rough one, Railbird. Seem to have awful luck with merfolk somehow, Telefon. Honestly, merfolk are not the easiest species to play. They're one of those weird middling ones where they're just not incredible at anything. They're half decent at multiple things, which can be a lot of fun. And when you get a strong merfolk, oh me, oh my, are they gonna steamroll? But you do have to survive to that point, which can often be the hard part. Okay, Uskaya. Keep it up, buddy. We're doing okay for once. I need this 37% chance to work, though. Never didn't have it. Okay, so we managed to take care of some of the scary orcs, but this has proven that I'm probably not ready for Orc 2 quite yet. Not ideal at the very least. You don't know if it's in your head at this point? That could be true too. I know I'm having similar doubts with my Deep Elf and Vampire both. Have got me to the point of where I start to question, is it just a mental block that I've kind of thrown up? It's always possible. Can I not fail 70%, please? Thank you. Oof, that was rough. Let's not do that again, shall we? Jeez Louise. Well, let's just get back to it here real quick. We at least have 50% shots to put most of these buddies into a deep sleep, so that's nice, right? Saying there's a chance. Oh, please. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, game, for having in your heart to give me one successful 71% out of 3. Again, not my best luck streak here today. That's all good. And I should definitely take that stretch redemption to heart. Oh geez. I mean, we're almost finished up for the evening here. Just a little while left, and then I'll be able to stretch to my heart's content. But even just making sure we have a bit of a mental break, we can replenish some of those brain juices that are just flowing out to no end here. And not in a good way. We have one ID scroll too, so we should maybe get that under wraps here. Enchant weapon. Not exactly ideal, but could be coming in handy, especially since we're about to find a quick blade. Nice cheap quick blade shop, please and thank you. One quick blade, please. You struggled with merfolk too? You got lucky and found Wormbane on your win? That's one way to do it for sure. But no, I really do think they can be tricky. Okay. So we have no cold resistance, but I can fix that. Switch over to our Ring of Ice real quick. right, I cannot hibernate you. So let's confuse you instead. At least it's some extra damage, and it lasts for a decent while as well. You know, that's kind of paid dividends. I should do that more often. A little bit of confusing touch never hurt nobody, except for all of our enemies. Wait. Oh, we dealt no damage because it was confusion. Dang, that's kind of a shame. So confusing touch kind of screwed me there. I was excited to try it out, but unfortunately it's not exactly ideal. Now we have to wait for this buddy to be susceptible to our knockout gas again. Let me send you into a hibernation, you son of a gun. Or I can just kill you. If that's better for you, I guess that's fine. The other one you always wanted to get was Ghoul, but you were stubborn enough to eventually clear that with the Ghoul Monk. That was ages ago for the more recent changes, back when they could optionally eat chunks to heal faster. In general, I find Ghouls to be a lot of fun. I mean, obviously they're one of the easier undead to play, so it's, if you're ever just really sick of Torment, running a Ghoul can be a lot of fun. I mean, sure, it does mean that you have Dispel Undead to be concerned about, but that's not the be-all end-all. Usually can go all right for you. Please pass out. Thank you kindly. Perfect. Hexes are now up to 16, so we'll see where that left us. Maybe we can turn it on for now. Enfeeble, how are you looking? Down to 19%, so yeah, still a wee bit to go. May bring you to 18. Can turn stealth back on as well. We'll bring that up to 16. Fighting to 10. Sure. Let's give it a shot. Also, wait a second. We can almost definitely afford Sigatuvi's Embrace now. Yeah, what the heck have I been doing with my life? Let's run up and grab that real quick and see if we can't at least take it for a little bit, a wee bit of a test drive here and see how she goes. That bad boy on? Yes, really wear it. Oh my gosh, that is quite the look. I think I like it. I don't know though. Looks like we're wearing, yeah, definitely looks like we're wearing football equipment. Like American football. So it's a look for sure. It's something. All right. There we go. And we're back. Let's finish exploring. Oh, Dad? Okay, we still haven't hit them a single time, apparently. There we go. Now we got them all confused. Now we got them on the ropes. But let's do a quick ID. Maybe we can get... Oh, acquirement is good too. I was hoping for blinking. But wait, we already have blinking ID. So never mind. That was never an option. The +3 Mad Mage's Maulers. Say that 10 times fast. What the heck is even that? Pair of gloves designed to carefully control and channel the flow of magic. Huh. Their influence leaves the wearer of these gloves distracted by intrusive images. So it empowers our blows with all of my magic and regenerates them. And we just lose a little bit of intelligence? Huh. I've never seen these bad boys before. Are we just gonna try and deck ourselves out in unrand arts? I mean, I wouldn't mind. That seems kind of fun to me. Regardless, that's some AC. There's a good chance I'm missing something here, like the fact that it's distracted by intrusive images. Does that mean these will confuse me occasionally? Because that's not great. But it's kind of fun, so I think we're gonna go with it here. Yeah, sure, give me some Mad Maulers, please. Put those bad boys on. We're going for pure, like, Death Knight equipment setup here. And we'll also read another acquirement. And there's a Quick Blade, baby. +6 already, too? I mean, you shouldn't have. I think we gotta go for it. Let's grab that bad boy. Quick Blade, please, and thank you. throw that on real quick, and we're definitely starting to chug along. All that I would prefer other than that is if we really want to get this system going of full unrand arts, we need Gyre and Gimbal, which I still to this day have never gone in a run. So I'm hoping, I'm praying that we'll see it happen. Quick Blade of Draining. That's probably fairly solid. I also hit enter real quick there without really paying attention. Luckily, it was on the right piece of equipment. Oh gosh, everyone's awake. And the demonologists are going to start summoning. You know what? I'm just going to get the heck out of here. Please and thank you. If you could come this way real quick. Oh, I see. It's all of my magic into every hit. Okay, so we're not going to be casting things anymore. But boy, are we going to hit hard on that first attack. Interesting. Oh my gosh, and now everyone's... Heck yeah.